Alright, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GreatMillStone that rule impeccably well. And Shalom to the Akim that's pushing this truth in sincerity across the four winds, man. Well, I just want to get into a video, and it's going to be based on this article I've come across on the express.co.uk. Now, this is a newspaper we have over here, in the UK, in London. Now, as it says here in the title, the Illuminati is real and secretly running our defense, secretly running our world, Salakia, claims former defense minister, right? So, as you can see here, this man by the name of Paul Hellyer has basically come out, right? And he's a defense minister, a former defense minister. He's basically come out and stated that, the Illuminati is real. And that, he believes, or rather he knows, that they are controlling, and pulling the strings, regarding and behind world affairs, right? So it says a former Canadian Minister of Defense is believed to be the highest ranking former politician to come out as a believer of the popular conspiracy theory. Now, what you gotta understand is this guy, right? They all know that the Illuminati exists, man, right? Esau's gonna have certain whistleblowers that will come out and reveal these truths, man, over the years. It's been happening for a very long time, right? You had this YouTube channel that I used to watch back in the day, even before I came into the truth. It was called, I believe it was called Project Camelot, right? And you had a lot of whistleblowers on that YouTube channel, man. Some of whom were from government, high position government jobs, and various different sects, in business and stuff like that, man. And you also had, what's his name, Aaron Russo, which I believe is a film director. He also came out and said that, the Rothschilds have actually told him firsthand that they want to chip all the people, right? And, shortly after that interview, that guy got put to death, man, right? So these things are indeed very real, man, And it's this prophecy that all of this is coming out all around this time, because we're in the time of the end right now, man. Right? So I'll just read a few more lines of this article. It says, as one of the world's biggest conspiracy theories, the Illuminati is said to be a secretive global elite which runs governments from behind the scenes and is planning to introduce a new world order. And part of that new world order is the reduction of the human population, man. And you can see that on the Georgia Guidestones, right? And also, the main part of it is for them to chip the people, right? Which is the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast spoken of in the book of Revelations, right? Its key members are said to be drawn from Hollywood and world political and business leaders. And really, Hollywood, anyone in Hollywood is not really a part of the Illuminati, man. Anyone in Hollywood, they're just entertainers, right? Right? They're entertainers. The real Illuminati are the Rothschilds, man, right? And the other top banking families that are throughout the world, right? Which is a very small, minute number of people, right, compared to the masses. And it says here, with some even accusing its true leaders of being reptilian lizards from space. Now that's madness. That's where, that David Icke guy comes into play with his madness. That's completely false. Accusations vary in extremities, from the simple implementation of the NWO as a goal, at least, to the Illuminati being a highly satanic cult seeking to return the devil to the earth. But we're really, the elite, the Edomites, the so-called white people of the world, are the, physical, carnal counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, man, right? And, your average Edomite, right, that's going to be working, in retail, is not going to know that information, man. But the elites, they know that information, man. They know they are of the devil, man, right? Right? And you really, Satan is misleading them, man, because Satan ultimately works for Yahweh Shem Yahushai and does the bidding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, right? Which is the Lord Yahweh, which is the Father's name, and his Son Yahushai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man, right? All demons, including Satan, are subject to those powers, and he has to report to those powers. You can see You can see an example of that if you go to the book of Job, man. You know, other than repeated claims by conspiracy theorists, which have ballooned in number since the growth of the internet, there is no actual proof the Illuminati exists at all. And that's really because the Illuminati has downplayed its existence, man, and have actually integrated it into popular culture. When you make a joke out of something that's serious for a number of years, soon enough the people are not going to believe that that thing even exists, man. Right? There's a thing, you know, called being hidden in plain sight. So the Illuminati has come to a stage where, and the Freemasons as well, all of these, you know, all of these secret societies have come to a point where they're so commercial now. People don't even look at it as being a threat. It's just normal, man. It's just common knowledge now, man. You know, they don't even believe it's real. They don't believe that, you know, these you know, bankers, these elite bankers make decisions that actually change the world and so on and so forth, man. They think it's just a big joke. But it ain't a big joke. But that's part of that gross darkness that's covering the people, man. Right? Especially our people, man. Now, this is Job 9 and verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Now, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is given the rulership of this kingdom into the hand of the wicked, into the hand of the Edomites, man, which are the so-called white people, according to the Bible. Right? He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? How have they covered the faces of the judges, man? Because they've actually concealed the identity of the true children of Israel, the true light of the world, man. Right? Which are you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, and everyone that descends back to those tribes through your father. Right? They've got rid of that information, man. Right? And you can see Maccabees, I think it's chapter 3 and verse 48. Somewhere around there, where it actually says they laid open the book of the law, which is talking about the Holy Bible, and you know, so to change the images to their likeness, man. Right? That's documented in the scriptures, and the reason they got power to do that is because right here, as it says again, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. So the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is given rulership to these so-called white people, man. Right? And really to the elite. You know, now this is Psalm 64 and verse 1, and it says, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Now this is King David speaking. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Right? So this is a secret counsel of the wicked, man, that King David was talking about, man. So the Illuminati, the powers that be in this world, have always existed, man. Because really, when you get to the root of it, all they are is the elites of Esau, the elites of the Edomites, man. And they're known as the secret counsel of the wicked because they remain in secrecy, man. That's where their power lies, in being secret, right? And being undetected. But that's all coming to an end, man, because the Lord, bit by bit, day by day, is exposing the so-called white man in such a way where he cannot no longer hide himself, man. Right? And we're going to go into that in the next scripture, which is in Jeremiah 49. Right? So this King David said, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, man. Because that's what they do. Like, it tells you in the, I think it's in the book of Micah, it might be Malachi, that they work wickedness upon their beds, man. Right? They never cease from doing evil, man. Right? Continually, the so-called white man is working up ways to mess up the world, man. Right? To disrupt the natural flow of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that's been bestowed upon the earth, man. That's the so-called white man's job, man. He's a vessel of wrath that was created for destruction, man. Right? So that's the only use he actually can do on this earth, man. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret. So there goes that word secret again, man, because everything the so-called white man does is always in secrecy, man. Right? He'll come to you, proposing that he's going to make a solution for your problems. But really, as the scriptures say, really there's drawn swords, man. Right? Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares, privily traps. They say, who shall see them, man? Right? And it says here, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, man. So the minds of these so-called white people, these elites, is deep, man. Because you got to think, in Psalms 83, it tells you that they have, actually, I might as well get it, man. Because this shows you how deep the so-called white man's thoughts are, man. You know? Right, so this is Psalms 83 and verse 2. So it says, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones." So they're taking a crafty counsel against the people of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. This is a well thought out plan. They have said, "Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance," man. And that's exactly what they've done to you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Right? They've actually made you forget your heritage and forget who you are as a people. And they have you, walking around calling yourself, African Americans and Jamaicans and, Puerto Ricans, man, and then, Dominicans and all of these terms and, bywords. And, hey, our people are lost, man. That goes back to that secret council, man. That goes back to the Illuminati, the elites, man. Now, back in, all right, let me go back. Right. They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought, every one of them, and the heart is deep, man, which I just explained. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly they shall be wounded, man. And that's the time we come into, man. That's the time we come into right now, because all of these lies, right, are being exposed, man, because the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai are on the highways and the byways, man, and we preaching this gospel, and we unraveling all the lies that Esau has basically cemented in society, man, right? And that's Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 10. It says, "But I have made Esau bare, and I have uncovered his secret places," man. So now the Lord's uncovering those secret places. He's uncovering the secrecy of the Illuminati, of the so-called white men, of the elites, man. He's making them bare, man. He's making them exposed, right? All of these cover-ups in Hollywood are now getting exposed. The child pedophilia, the sacrifices, the satanicness of the so-called white man. This is all being made bare to the world to see, man, right? He's been exposed, man. The world is really starting to see that the so-called white man, Esau, the Edomites, are really a devilish people, man. Because, you had a time when everyone wanted to be a so-called white man. But now it's not cool to be a so-called white man, man. Because the Lord is turning things, onto the side of Jacob, man. Because he's getting ready to deliver his people, the elect of his people. And he shall not be able to hide himself, right? So the so-called white man, for much longer, he's not going to be able to hide himself, man, in this secrecy and lies, man. Right? He's being completely uncovered and made bare to the world. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not, man. So, hey, that's what's happening to the so-called white man now. As you see in the news, they're getting revealed. Their own people are revealing them. Oh, and I think there's a bit here. Where is it? Here it is in verse 8. "So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away." So now you're having even their own infrastructure is now coming in on themselves, man, right? So their tongue is falling upon themselves. They're telling on themselves, man. You have certain, men in higher ranking places that, I don't know, they might have been done wronged by the people at the top, and they're like, "Yo, fuck this, man. I'm gonna expose these motherfuckers, man." Right? That's how the Lord has put the spirit on them to do, man, which is a beautiful thing, man. Because it all goes hand in hand with the crumbling of the so-called white man's empire, man. Right? And with that, I'll say shalom.